if you're like a lot of people, you might have a love-hate relationship with Twitter. We'll talk about that next. So for many people, Twitter can be a challenging platform to get engagement of a certain kind, measurable engagement such as retweets and likes on your tweets. Now you can send out thousands of tweets for many people and get zero of that type of measurable engagement. Now you may get other types of engagement such as impressions. In other words, people are going to be seeing it, but sometimes they're not necessarily interacting with you in a way that gives you that little boost of ego, like, yeah, man, I got this many retweets, or I got this many likes for my tweet. So when you're not getting that, it can be a little bit frustrating for some people who want to be able to position themselves as influencers of a kind. So when you think about influencers, you'll get into one of the two of the categories that really are where people get engagement. And so one of them is going to be influencers of varying levels. It could be someone who you know in maybe your circle of friends and acquaintances who is an authority figure in a certain area. They've built up an audience of a kind with their niche that allows them to get the kind of engagement that's going to help them look even more like an authority. Even if they're saying good things that make a lot of sense, but they're not getting engagement, that may not position them as well as an authority in that area as it does when people are getting the retweets and they're getting the likes. Now, another way to be an influencer and get a lot of likes and retweets is to be a celebrity of a kind. Now, celebrities can say things that aren't nearly as profound as someone who has maybe 100 or 200 followers, but that celebrity that might have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of followers, they're going to get a level of engagement that you can probably only dream about getting, and they're going to get it because in large part, Twitter is something that's built on celebrity status as opposed to necessarily the value, the content of what you're actually saying. And so that's something to really keep in mind when you're on Twitter and you're really frustrated about not getting a certain type of engagement from the audience. And so think about ways that you can work to get more engagement and to build your following. And that's by engaging other people who are like-minded, people who are maybe on your level, a little bit above your level, or maybe a little bit below your level, and maybe you can start to get that engagement going, and you do for them, they do for you, and you start to build a Twitter community that can get you a little bit more engagement. And then hopefully, once you start to get that little bit of regular engagement by hopefully producing good content that people are interested in, then hopefully you can start to expand your reach and your influence by, again, being socially generous to interact with other people, and then hopefully other people will in turn interact with you. So remember, Twitter in large part is about celebrity status and about influencers, but to become one of those influencers, if you can't become a celebrity, it's to really work on being socially generous and engaging people to create a vibrant Twitter community that's going to get you the kind of engagement that you want.